Something I've noticed is that a large chunk of my following comes from my non-Sonic stuff, like the Danganronpa videos and just the random stuff that I was doing while I was finding my footing. Now that I'm going into mostly Sonic content for the foreseeable future, I thought this video was appropriate. This video was definitely spurred on by a question that I got in a friend's Discord server about the series, and it's a fairly simple question. I've wanted to get into Sonic. Which game should I start with? And the answer to that question is fairly simple. Any of them. But, depending on the person and their specific taste, that answer could change. So today, I'm answering where you, yes, you watching this, can start with the Sonic series. Like I said before, there's no right or wrong answer in general to this question. From a lore perspective, Sonic is a very episodic sort of thing, like SpongeBob. You can come in on pretty much any episode and just have a good time while not knowing much about the series otherwise. Yes, Sonic has lore, and sometimes you'll see a character or hear a name that you don't recognize, but it's typically not a big deal, as you can always go back through the series and learn. So, in that case, just start anywhere. Anyways, let's go into specific tastes now. If you want solid 2D platforming, the classics are going to be for you. Sonic Origins is a collection of Sonic 1, CD, 2, and 3, and Knuckles. Though I will say, if you can find a different way to play Sonic 1, 2, CD, and 3, then by all means do it, because as a collection, Origins does have a few problems. Sonic Mania, which is just one of the best games in the whole series, and Sonic Superstars, which I can't really give an opinion on because I haven't played it. Mania is pretty cheap, only around $20, but you can grab any of these depending on how you feel. I still recommend Mania the most. These are on pretty much every modern platform, so no need to worry about inaccessibility. I will say though, 2D Sonic is a very different platformer from other 2D ones. It can definitely turn people off of how weird Sonic can control and move in comparison to the simplicity of someone like Mario. But I promise, once you get the hang of it, 2D Sonic is going to be some of the most fun you've ever had with the platforming genre. Moving on, let's say you want a game with some fun platforming and a decent story to chew on. Well, Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 are both available on Steam for pretty cheap. Buying both of them should be around $20, give or take. If you have a decent laptop or PC, you can also play Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, which is a fan-made recompiling of Sonic Unleashed, obviously. Or if you have an Xbox 360 or a PS3 lying around somewhere, you can find a copy of Sonic Unleashed online, which can range wildly in price depending on who or where you're buying it from. But if you have an Xbox One or Xbox Series X console, you can get it for $15 on the Microsoft Store. Sonic X Shadow Generations is a bundle of one of the best Sonic titles ever, and another one of the best Sonic titles ever. But if you're looking for a story, Shadow Gens is the way to go. It does a pretty good job of re-establishing who Shadow is as a character and all of his trauma and troubles, which can be very good for people who are exclusively on console and don't have access to Sonic Adventure 2, Heroes, or Shadow 05. Sonic Frontiers is also on all modern platforms, and it's pretty decent with some really nice spectacle and some pretty good writing. Well, except Amy, she's kind of boring in that game. It's a decent entry point for new fans, given its simple gameplay and kind of widely appealing nature. Speaking of gameplay, if you want a mix of 3D and 2D platforming with some fun level design that's light on story, Sonic Generations, which is bundled with Sonic X Shadow Generations, and Sonic Colors, which has a remaster on all modern platforms, is the one for you. Now, the remaster of Sonic Colors Ultimate, is fairly passable nowadays. On launch, it was a glitchy mess with tons of visual bugs, but nowadays it's alright. If you do have a Wii, please go out of your way to play the original version of Sonic Colors, or just emulate it if you can. That's the best way to play it. For PC and laptop users, you have all these options and more due to the fact that you can indeed emulate all the titles that were never re-released on modern platforms. like the GameCube games Sonic Heroes, Shadow of 5, and Sonic Riders, one of my personal favorites. GBA titles like the Sonic Advance Trilogy and Sonic Battle, the Wii titles like Sonic and the Secret Rings or Sonic and the Black Knight. Some of these are a bit more on the unique side, but I would definitely give them a try if I were you, especially Sonic Riders. That is worth playing. It's a great racing spin-off. And speaking of racing spin-offs, if you want to play a quality Sonic racing game that has online multiplayer so you and your friends can enjoy it together, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is indeed the game for you. Yes, it's $70. Yes, I bought it for that price and I got my money's worth in that playtime. But you definitely should get it cheaper with the Steam key or just wait for a sale if you're on console. I could recommend buying a racing spin-off for $70 or $90 if you want the deluxe edition. So yeah, you should probably wait for a sale on something, which shouldn't take too long. The game goes on sale quite a lot actually. There are games that I didn't mention, but they're either on modern hardware or emulatable and not worth talking about much, like Sonic 06 and Sonic Forces, or Shadow of 5, which I mentioned. That game ain't worth shit either. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know if this was helpful to you guys who didn't know where to start with the Sonic series. Now get out there and play some Sonic games. Make me proud. I love you. Bye.